Yesterday, I spent a sizable chunk of my day forming and editing a near-perfect specimen of YouTube gold. And then the news happened, leaving me personally quite demoralized, and that particular video largely unusable. In this near-perfect specimen of YouTube gold, and I can say that because it'll never see the light of day now, so no one will be able to say otherwise, I answered a question I had until then been getting quite a lot. Will the smokers' protest still be going ahead even if the tobacco ban is lifted? Kind of seems pointless now. I don't mean the protest, I mean answering that question. Now, more than ever, the smokers' protest needs to happen. Here's why. And even if you are a non-smoker, you need to be listening too. It has been more than 3 months since the government decided to infringe on our rights and freedoms by taking away our choices. And no amount of begging, pleading or threatening has had any impact. If anything, we've been flat out ignored, like a stop street in the middle of Joburg at 2 a.m. Court cases were heard and then nothing. Science has proven the tobacco ban to be unfounded, and scientists and doctors have called it out as illogical. Still, nothing. And then finally, yesterday, something. But not what anyone expected. In one day, 2 branches of the High Court lost credibility in the eyes of many. First, in the Cape Town High Court, after initially agreeing to the case brought by BATSA and others being heard on the 30th of June, with both sides agreeing that the matter is in fact urgent, the state changed their mind. They claimed it was due to substantial new matter, making it, and I quote, most unlikely that the matter will be ripe for hearing on the 30th of June 2020, unquote. I don't buy it for a second. This is just another example of the government on a power trip. They never had any intention of going to court on the 30th, but they know that the easiest way to break the spirit of South African people is to give them hope and then snatch it away. Then, in a jaw-dropping ruling out of the North Gauteng High Court in Pretoria, the case brought by FITA was ruled in favour of the state with costs. This last bit seems like a punishment of sorts, because at the hearing, when asked about costs, the state claimed not to be seeking a costs order. Now, without meaning to sound like some sort of conspiracy theorist, something doesn't smell right. If this doesn't reek of government interference, nothing does. I mean, we have been kept hanging for over a fortnight, and then they say it was not the court's job to, and I'm quoting here, undertake an in-depth comparison as to which of the two parties' medical research reports and opinions are better or more cogent than that of the other. Really? The whole point of being there was to show that the government was using flawed science to make irrational decisions. Are you fucking kidding me? What decided me was when President Justin Lambo said that Dlamini-Zuma could have perhaps have tendered better evidence. But that was not the question before the court. What? Are you absolutely fucking kidding me? It definitely raises questions about the independence of the judiciary. And I seriously hope FITA isn't going to be taking this lying down. It was these 2 rulings that cemented my resolve to take this government on once and for all. The smokers' protest has never really been about the tobacco ban. I said it the other day, this is much bigger than smoking. This is about a total disregard for the voice of the people. Dlamini-Zuma and her crew are on a power trip of note, and our discontent is their fuel. But that's not the most worrying thing about all of this. What should be troubling each and every South African, more than anything else, is not what has been done to smokers over the past 92 days, but what kind of precedent it sets for the rest of the country going forward. The Disaster Management Act of 2002 clearly states that the minister, in this case Dlamini-Zuma, may make regulations or issue directions concerning, and I'm quoting here, the suspension of limiting the sale or dispensing of or transporting of alcoholic beverages. At no point does it mention anything about tobacco. If our government can overstep the boundaries of the Disaster Management Act and ban the sale of tobacco products, vape products, and nicotine replacement therapy products, which the mental health and physical well-being of millions of South Africans, including myself, depends on, what are they going to go after next? If left unchecked, how long before government gets ballsy enough to stop banning other things? What's stopping them from going after the Bill of Rights with a red pen? If you think I'm being melodramatic, look back on history. Take Germany in the years leading up to World War II. Change was implemented slowly, and many Jews dismissed the outcry by their fellow countrymen as alarmist and no cause for concern. By 1945, 6 million were dead. Here at home, apartheid wasn't simply implemented in one fell swoop in 1948. It began back in 1913. Hell, some would say it began back in 1652, but that's an argument I'm not going to get into here. My point is that while there were many voices calling out and saying, this isn't right, there were many more saying, it's not that bad, and the government would never go that far, until the government did. As I said, this is so much bigger than smoking. If government overreach is left unchecked, if we allow them to get away with the small stuff, it's only a matter of time before they become more brazen. If left unchecked, our very constitution is at risk of becoming a doodle pad on Dlamini-Zuma's desk. So getting back to the now pointless question I set out to answer yesterday. Regardless of whether cigarettes go back on legal sale or not, the smokers' protest is going ahead come what may, because whether you realize it or not, the future of South Africa is on the line. Finding the motivation to keep going is hard, very hard, especially when we realize the upward battle we face in taking our country back. But we must forge ahead with what we have planned. I'm angry, I know you are too, but despite the rage we're feeling at this miscarriage of justice, the action we take needs to remain a protest and not a riot, even though it's breathtakingly clear that the government gives a sum total of 0 fucks. We need to come together, and stand strong, regardless of race, gender, orientation, identity, or persuasion. A lot of people are going to lose the fight in the days to come. Let's not add to that death toll. Maintain social distancing. Wear your face mask. Bring along your hand sanitizer. And rather check into your nearest protest event online if you are at greater risk of contracting COVID-19. As angry as we are, let's show government that we are far more responsible than they believe we are. Let's resist the urge to break shit, and rather let them know that, try as they might, they haven't broken us. Our message is clear. We will no longer remain unseen and unheard. We're putting out videos every day in the run-up to the 4th of July. So like, comment, share, all that good stuff. And do join the Smokers Protest group on Facebook. There's a link to that in the description. Also, tomorrow, that's Sunday the 28th of June, I'll be hosting a Q&A live stream on the Dear Mr. President YouTube channel from 3 p.m. Johannesburg time. So if you have any questions, join the live chat and hit me up. If you can't make the Q&A, you can drop your questions into the Q&A thread on the Facebook group. I will work through them during the live stream, and you can check out the video when you're free. It'll be up on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And that's me done for today. If you're watching this on YouTube and you've missed out on our other Smokers Protest videos, there's a playlist over there, and you can subscribe to the channel over there. Also, don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified when we release new videos. All that's left for me to say is I'll catch you in the live stream tomorrow. Cheers.